Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. That means tomorrow is patch day, which means I get to do my weekly segment this week in Eternal Evolution. What are we going to do? Well, I'm going to discuss the week that was, all the events and whatnot that are wrapping up, and then we're going to discuss the patch notes. We're going to go over them quickly, and then we're going to discuss the week that will be upcoming in Eternal Evolution. It is June 28th, so the patch is going live June 29th, which is the typical Thursday. So let's go to the game. Let's discuss what is going on or what happened this week. So it is the endless battle cycle, and with that comes we have Galactic Bounty, which is this going away? No, this one you got 4 more days to do. So this one is a 10-day event, which is nice because as you see, I've been slacking on the casual account, on the streamer account. So make sure you get your free Luke copy. Don't know when Luke is ever going to be available again on a banner. So do take advantage to try to get the pity off of his banner. We'll discuss his banner after, and get this copy out of this event because this event's really good. You get all these tickets and you get a free SSS plus all these leveling mats. Details gathering. This one comes and goes. It's a bi-weekly event. 7 days left. You know how to do this appropriately or most efficiently. You see down here, I'm going to move my head. The main prize is 30 red runes. Now, you can get those 30 red runes only by spending money. So if you're free to play, you're just good with getting your 3 gears and then spinning the wheel. But if you are a low spender or a pay to win, spend 99 cents a day and you can get enough spins, enough battle merits to get 3 of these a day, and then you can get the 30 red runes, and you get some more. You get these 3 cogs. You get an extra, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get an extra 10 cog spins. And what are those cogs for? Gamuzo's Bell. This is another bi-weekly event. So this is next week is Quantum Mimic. You see, I didn't get any luck on this one, no luck, but we did have another Luke. So you had an opportunity to get 3 Lukes this week if you were really lucky. 2 of them you can absolutely get if you have the limited tickets, but this one is the RNG Fest. This wheel, like the Quantum Mimic machine, takes roughly about $300 American to ensure you get everything on this wheel. So that's going away in 7 hours. You guys are probably watching this video and it's probably already gone, but I just thought I'd talk about it. What else do we got? Well, that's all the events. Project Premium Development is called the Project We Don't Care. This one's done. Resonance. So although Becca is a 2-week banner, you might not know this Resonance agreement is over after tonight. This is a 1-week only. The reason why is because they don't want you saving and for the Heroes Rally, which starts tomorrow, and then getting these ones a lot easier. So they, we're already getting Giant Tower and Heroes Rally tomorrow. If they laid this on top of that, now come on, man, that's just too much. They're generous, but they're not that generous. So those are the events here. Now let's go in game. What else do we got in game? Well, let's go look at the banner. As we discussed, we got Luke, right? So keep in mind that Resonance event, you can only get it by pulling on Becca, not both. Not like a Heroes Rally. It has to be on Becca. You see up here, my head is covering it, but it says that I'm 60 out of 90 because I pulled 60 on her, got my pity, and we got 7 hours left. Luke. Now, obviously, Luke is the bookend to this energy cycle. So I think Miranda or Jaina was the front bookend. Luke is the back bookend, and this is marking the end of his cycle. Now, we are also in a summoner cycle due to, if you remember I think it's the Wish banner or the Lucky Week banner or whatever it was called with Ryzeris, Ampu, and Sorvali. That was the bookend to the summoner cycle, which we're going to get, a summoner's coming. We all know a summoner's coming. And then it's going to be an assassin cycle. So we're kind of right at the transition point and right in the middle of like 3 different cycles. But Luke is the bookend to the energy cycle. So Luke is still the 3rd best or the 3rd most required character on an energy team after Nord and Jaina. So he hasn't been replaced now since an energy cycle just came and went. Luke is going to be your person on that team for both the next, what is it? What's 6 times 2? It's 12 weeks. 12 weeks. So it'll be about roughly 12 weeks till we get another energy cycle. So now's your chance. Now's your chance. All right. And then other than that, we have the endless battle, right? So endless battle, it is what it is. I got videos. I got lots of videos for guides on how to get this thing done, how to maximize your points. If you are a free-to-play or a very, very early mid-game, go look up Kiger, YouTube, Kiger YT. He just put out some videos on he did Reign of Idar, free to play, or not free to play, but beginner guide with his assassin. So go check out him if you're looking for some early guides on how to what you can do here. And I'm assuming he's gonna have ones for the other ones as well. So endless battles. It is what it is. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. I'm now firmly in the camp that I love it as a replacement to Rise of Heroes. The only thing that makes it worse, in my opinion, is this shop. So whereas Rise of Heroes, you pulled from a prize pool and you could pull everything and you couldn't repeat. This one is RNG. There is a factor of RNG, although they did put on a limit, so you can't spend more than 30 tokens, bingo tokens, before it will automatically give you everything. So if you think about it, Rise of Heroes, sometimes you got all the limited tickets or you got all the genes, and then you got the 20 shards. Sometimes you got that really quick and you didn't have to go through the entire prize pool. If you really think about it, and there was a lot of like this kind of stuff in there, these armor tokens, these little 2 hours, these yellow runes, these purple runes, a lot of that was in there too, a lot. Sometimes you had to pull all of those before you got that last gene hybrid or that last limited card. I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, that was a cough. So I think that the RNG factor in here is kind of ruled out by the fact that you did have a pretty substantial prize pool to pull through before you could move on to the next round in Rise of Heroes. So I like this. I think that all of the rewards are very, very good. As I've said in other videos, this is a really good way to get like a Zeta and Moriami copies. But we are right in the middle of endless battles. This is the 7-week part, or 7-day point. And we got 7 days left. So let's just see who's in first. Oh, yeah, that guy. That guy. And what I do really, really like about this event is that it gives these. So my free-to-play account, which cannot get Terradome X3 down on farm, I have no way to get these. I have zero way to get these. But I can get them through this event. Even my streamer account, who is 29th, is still going to get 10 of these. And this account can't pass X3. And I think my baby account's going to get like, I don't know, I want to say he's in like around here. So he's going to get 10 of them as well. Okay, whatever. But I'm going to get 20 Gene Hybrid shards. I'm probably going to get the Gene Hybrid from the Bingo Rally. And I'm going to get some of these, which is nice because this is the only way my free-to-play account can get those. So I like I was going to call it Rise of Heroes. I like Endless Battles. I still do. One other thing we're going to talk about in the week that was in Eternal Evolution is this down here, Twilight Lands. So after, I can't remember, it was like day 2 or day 3, or it was shortly after Endless Battles started that they gave us the breadcrumbs. This is the hint. Well, it's not a hint. It's a blatant telling us that the final boss of this next Twilight Lands is going to be a summoner boss. And then the mini boss at 16-7 is going to be a hunter bond. Now, given that Becca is still up for 1 week, given that her Resonance event is still up for like 7 hours at the time of this recording, you kind of know you're going to need Becca to get through this. So, fair warning. And then, guaranteed, this hunter bond is going to be the hunter battle. Well, it's not guaranteed, but it makes the most sense that the hunter battle we're doing in Endless Battles right now is going to probably be this boss. Because if you remember last month's Twilight, the 16-7 was the Vanguard boss that we had in Endless Battles. So I'm thinking what they're doing is they're creating these encounters. And it only started last month is when we got this first kind of heads up of what's coming. And that fight was Vanguard and Energy. And wouldn't you know it, the final boss, that Energy battle, is the current battle for Energy in Endless Battles. So what they're doing here is we know they're going to come out with a new summoner in a week's time at the time of this recording, or we'll know who that is in a week's time at the time of this recording. You see that this boss is going to be an insectoid. The mini boss, which is Hunter, is going to be a whale boss, so it's probably going to be, it's not going to be the exact same fight as in that's in Endless Battles, but it's most likely going to be a fight similar to the Guild Hunt boss, which is a whale. Okay. And then, yeah, Insectoid. That's going to be interesting. Get your bug gear ready. Your summoners are going to need bug gear. So, very, very cool. Very, very cool. And that's the week that was. That's everything we got in the game in the week of, what is it? Today's the 28th. So, from June 21st to 28th. So, now let's go over and let's read the patch notes. Then we'll discuss the week that is upcoming. So going over to Facebook again, you guys know why I prefer this. I just like the format. It's nice and it's not nice and, you know, it's not white. I am a normal human being that has his Facebook turned on to dark mode. I used to be a light mode person, and then, yeah, I learned the ways. I learned the error of my ways, and I corrected them. So it's just nice to get to look at Emma, even though my head's covering her head. You know, it is kind of nice looking at Emma, given that she's kind of been relegated to mediocrity. So let's read the patch notes. So we're not going to read this. This is just basically saying when it's going down, and we're getting 500 diamonds. Now, a new limited recruitment event. This is a 7-day one, so this is the banner that's going to replace Luke. What are we getting? Dominic. So Dominic, now that the energy cycle is done, and that we are kind of in the middle of the summoner cycle, Dominic is the front bookend to the assassin cycle. So it's going to be after this week that we're reading right now, we're going to get the new summoner 2-week banner, and probably Dan with that banner, but that's me guessing. And then the following 2 weeks, or 2 weeks after that, is likely going to be a new assassin, and you're going to say bye-bye to Bailey. So that's what this kind of indicates. When they say Dominic, it does line up with the fact that usually an assassin cycle comes after a summoner cycle. So this is the front bookend. And then along with that, this is going to be really, really good, because this is going to be really nice for endless battles, because this 3-cycle endless battle all require Dominic to get max score. Not wholly true. You can get a better max score on the energy one with Falvia if you have certain criteria you can meet. But with Dominic, with this banner, comes a 7-week giant tower with Dominic copies. Now, this is really, really nice. Hopefully you guys have a bunch of limited tickets saved up. I don't on my free-to-play, or my baby free-to-play account. But you need 80. You need to pull 80 limited tickets on either banner, Becca or Dominic, in order to get the copy of Dominic from the giant tower. It's not free. You are spending some resources, premium resources in this game. But you don't got to spend to get a free copy of him. Basically, you're buying a copy of him for 20 chips, right? Because you would normally summon to him to Pity, so you can get a copy of him on Pity from his banner, and then for only the low price of 20 more limited tickets, you can get another one at a giant tower. You can get 3 at a giant tower, but the cost scales up to the point where it is kind of turns into whale air or whale territory. Now, with Gamuzo's Bell going bye-bye, what does that mean? That means we're getting Quantum Mimic. Okay, so this is interesting. So they're giving us Emma copies as the reward for Quantum Mimic and Fifth Element. Now, what they're doing here is they're giving us Emma because, or they're giving us the opportunity to purchase Emma at the low cost of $300. They're giving us that opportunity because she is also needed in this fight in Endless Battles, and she's probably going to be needed for the Hunter Bond boss in 16-7 in the next Twilight. So they're giving us the opportunity. I'm not advocating you actually spend to get this. It's just this is why they're doing it. If you remember 2 weeks ago, it was Dan in the Quantum Mimic. Or no, 2 weeks ago, it was Dan and the Dominant Nucleus in the Quantum Mimic, because they were also with that one preparing you for this upcoming Summoner cycle. So that's coming. Gamuzo's Bell's going bye-bye, and we're getting the Quantum Mimic machine. And then along, it is set in stone now. Hero Rally is going to come. It's always on the off week from a new release banner. And you know how this works, right? So if you got all your limiteds or got all your advanced saved up, let them rip, boys. Let them rip. And girls. And then what else? Okay, so that is the new hero, and that is the new like mini standard events that we get in game. Now, this is what we're getting for brand new content. This is new, fresh, right off the press. It is absolutely. We can talk about it. I knew this was coming. Everyone and their dog knew this was coming. Why? Because let's go over the game here real quick. We got this coming soon. This last dungeon in the Katosian Triangle. And now, keep in mind. Roulette of Truth, Assassins, Crimson Rot, Energy, Battlefield of Azurcha, Tank, Mirage Space, Summoner, Thundercliff, Vanguard. This last dungeon, which completes the set, is your Hunter dungeon, right? Which is why you also need Becca. Alright, let's go back. So, that's coming tomorrow. Added a new, it should be new dungeon, not a new stage. Stage kind of means something altogether differently. But we're getting the new dungeon, the Lava Abyss. And a new boss, Salonria, to the Katosian Triangle, which will drop 2 more 4-piece sets. Now, these are bangers, okay? These are going to be really good. Resonant and Opportunistic. And then you can challenge her 3 times a week, two times, and then she's open on Sunday. So what are the sets of gear? So Resonant, both of these are 4 pieces. Resonant is Light Gap. So what does it do? Accuracy plus 40, initial energy plus 300. Okay, so this means, yes, please, Ampu for PvP definitely wants this. He's going to need it. Ampu currently right now runs a Light Gap set, and you've got to shoot for a lot of accuracy. Now they're giving you a better Light Gap set, and they're going to just hand you 40 energy as well. So this piece or this set straight up eliminates and negates Light Gap. Light Gap is now worthless compared to this. It's not like Gluttony and Unleashed. How you can there's a little bit, you can have an argument for why Gluttony is so good, and then you got a little argument for why Unleashed is better. There is no argument here. This piece straight up negates Light Gap set. And then this set, we got to be careful. We got to read this carefully because this is going to be interesting. So Opportunistic, this is a tank set. So the 4 set bonus is plus 15% damage reduction, which Wami likes that, Panda likes that, Zeta likes that. All your 3 big hitter tanks, they like that. And then each time a knockdown skill is cast, which is a lot on the tank team. It's a lot. It happens a lot. They're going to gain 5% max HP up to 20% max HP. Now remember, Wamagon deals a lot of damage based on his max HP. And he heals. Well, he heals, I think it's based on his max HP. So this set might make, I know Wamagon for PvP right now wants Surge set because you're kind of just making him a damage monster. But I don't know, this might be very good because Surge gives what, 35% to AoEs, which he does a couple of them. We'll have to see, we'll have to do some testing to see if this is better on Wamagon, but on Panda and Zeta, yeah. Oh yeah. Gimme. Ooh, and recover. And heal. Oh no. 20% of missing HP. This effect can only trigger once every 10 seconds. So, if this statement, if it means all of this, because it's this knockdown and heal is 1 sentence. If it's every 10 seconds, then it's going to take you, what, 4 times? It's going to take 40 seconds for you to gain 20% of your max HP. So this ability to max it out. And you can only recover, well, if it's every 10 seconds, then you can recover 20% of your missing HP every 10 seconds, which is not bad. Although 10 seconds in PvP is a very long time. A lot can happen in 10 seconds. So that's cool. Those are nice. And you can kind of see what they did there, how they worked that out. So if you look at Katosian Triangle again, Each set drops gear that helps a different class beat their battle. So Thunder Cliffs gives Hunter gear, which we're going to need for this boss. Which this looks like the boss. This is, you know what this outline is? It's the boss we're fighting right now. It's that freaking insectoid turtle thing in Disa Caves in Endless Battle. That's what that is. That's his outline. So Thunder Cliffs drops Hunter gear to beat this. Mirage Space drops Marauder gear to beat this. Crimson Rot beats Madness gear to beat this. And then this drops tank gear to beat this. So you need to actually work on every one of these dungeons in order to max out the other dungeons, which is very, very cool. I like this system. It took them a long time to get here, but they did a good job finally getting here. Now that that's done, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of content comes next, because this kind of like caps off the PvE content in game. We got Endless Battles, which has just been revamped. We got Twilight Lands. Those two battles, or those two events, are 2-week alternating PvE content, and we got all this PvE content that they've wrapped up and finished, unless they give us some more X levels onto the Lost Valley dungeons. I don't know where they're going to go from here PvE wise. Now we do know that Guild vs Guild and Infernal Arena which is PvP, should be coming around the corner. So we might go into we might be moving into a PvP focused content cycle. So what did they fix? Bug fixes. Normally I don't read these bug fixes, and we're not going to read a whole bunch of them because we're already 20 minutes in. Fixed the issue. That the Thunder boss could not gain control of all summons. And charge their camp means, and change their camp just makes them, attack you. They change their team. They change their affiliation on the board. So they become the enemy. Fix the issue that a resource sub-package was not downloaded, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Fix the display issue of the hero strategy window. Don't care. Fix the display issue of the incorrect rewards. Don't care. Fix the floating window thing. Don't care. Fix the issue where Rebecca would display the remaining barrier buff. Don't really care. So none of the bugs are really game changing. Really the only thing that we're getting decently in here is this new dungeon. So what are we getting this week? What are we getting? We're getting Dominic and Giant Tower. And we're getting the final dungeon to Katosian Triangle. And then the week after that, which we'll just touch on briefly, is the Summoner. The brand new Summoner. Which is going to be needed to beat Twilight Lands. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that about wraps it up. Nothing else to talk about. That is the week that was. And that is the week that is upcoming in Eternal Evolution. Word of the day is Rubik's Cube. Yes, I know that's 2 words, but it's because this whole time I've been playing with my little endless cube thingy. Hopefully you couldn't hear it clinking to my mic. Hopefully my mic is good enough it couldn't pick that sound up, but the word of the day is Rubik's Cube. Put that down in the comments below. I'll know you made it to the end of this video, and I will thank you profusely. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, that is this week in Eternal Evolution. Cheers, peace. Oh, and tomorrow I will have a recap video of looking at Becca. So a post-launch recap video of her. I'll tell you my final thoughts on her as well. I'll try to get out a guide for the new dungeon. And then stay tuned. I'm going to be updating all my tier lists. So on Friday, I'm going to drop the new exclusive 30 and Hyper Evolution tier list. And I'm going to drop the new Best Heroes in Eternal Evolution tier list for June. So that's on Friday, and then I'm gonna have other tier lists coming out through the weekend. So I am going on vacation. I'm going down to the lake. I will be checking my Discord. If all of you are in my Discord, the link is below. I will not be as available or as accessible, but I will be checking my phone periodically. So that is what is upcoming. Thank you all for coming. Cheers. Peace. Bye-bye.